There's so many changes happening on the DoorDash platform, and there's a new delivery requirement that you might want to hear. Let's see.
Blessings on blessings on blessings. Look at my life, man. That's lessons on lessons on lessons.
All right, guys, we've been going over some of these changes that are happening on DoorDash. They're happening quick. There's a new one here that I've never seen. I've never heard about. This is the first time I've seen it pop up as a requirement on a particular delivery. Let me know in the comments below if you've seen this pop up on your DoorDash. This looks like it's for grocery. We don't have this merchant in my area. Please let me know what area this merchant is. Julasco looks like a grocery store. I did Google it. It's a grocery store. We don't have any here in this area, but we also don't have Wegmans and Tops. We don't have any of those down here. We just have like Kroger and Rouse's and such. But anyways, right here, this order right here, $15, guys, for 4 miles, 7 items, just a pickup. No shop. It doesn't look like it. Like you're just picking up the order at Julasco. But if you look right down here, in-home delivery is required for this order. Now, for $3 extra, 15 plus 3. You remember that? That plus 3 used to be cool when we used to get the caterings and stuff for the setup. But anyways, plus 3 extra pay for in-home delivery. I want you guys to be very, very careful when accepting these in-home deliveries, guys. I mean, for the most part, I believe, people are good for the most part. I just my thinking about people. But there's some creeps out there, guys. There's some absolute creeps, especially, women going into these places. Even men. I mean, going into these random people's homes is just not safe for the most part. So if this is a merchant that's going to pop up on your app, and you're going to have to deliver these orders in home for a requirement. Now, when it says required, does that mean that you have the option to leave it outside if you don't feel comfortable and not get like some kind of violation? I feel like when it says required, that means that the customer has paid extra in order to have this feature brought to their home. So you may get a contract violation because it did tell you when it came up on your screen, right? It came up on your screen, $15 plus 3 for extra pay for delivery and home. So when you accept that order, you're saying that you will do so. So you need to follow through if you're accepting these orders. If you don't think you'll be comfortable doing in-home deliveries, I would just hit the decline button 100%. Just hit the decline button if you don't think you're going to be comfortable going into the home, because we don't know what DoorDash will do. DoorDash might say, you didn't follow this, contract violation. We've seen it so many times, things that we feel like we shouldn't get a contract violation for, we end up getting a contract violation for. So keep that in mind. Yeah. So, I mean, going into like the comments here about this particular situation, this guy says, just like I have been in houses too, but right here, he says, I've been in several houses. Most I feel completely safe. There was one I remember though. It was dark with a bunch of doors, rooms, and I had to walk past all of them. I was very creeped out. Now, you've seen me go into houses with these catering deliveries, and I don't really think anything of it when I'm doing catering. For some reason, it feels different than just doing it from a DoorDash app. I don't know why it feels different from going through Easy Cater and doing it like that, because I think what we know is people who order that kind of food, that much catering, they have like accounts, usually business accounts and things like that associated with these deliveries. So you feel more secure knowing that. And this guy underneath here says, "Oh, plus $4 if you become a lampshade." Trying to make jokes about it. The next one says, I had it a couple times. I always have been an elderly or disabled person who just genuinely needs the help. And that I 100% agree there. You want to help out as much as you can in those situations. Those are the situations that I have delivered in the house to help out. You know what I mean? Just be the best person you can be. I can understand the apprehension in certain neighborhoods. Absolutely. Yeah. You go into these random places. This guy says going into someone's house would be sketchy as heck to me. Yeah. I mean, it's weird. It is definitely weird to go into someone's house, especially if they're closing the doors behind you and stuff. I mean, obviously you don't want to leave people's doors open. I don't know. It's just weird. I'm glad I use my camera. Everywhere I go, I have my camera on, even in their house. I got my camera on. So not that it can really help. You can just kill me and delete the footage. You know what I mean? But still, it's there. It makes me feel more comfortable. This guy says here, while I mostly agree here when he says going in the house would be sketchy. Early last summer, I ended up getting a shop and deliver order for this disabled elderly couple. Again, disabled elderly. You feel much better when you're helping in those situations like that. Let's see. Where was I? They tipped quite nicely, $30. So I had no problem helping them bring the groceries into their kitchen. Apparently, I was the first and only one to do that, and they appreciated it so much. They ended up giving them my cell phone number, and we cut out a middleman. I usually do a grocery pickup through Walmart for them, or they'll just shoot me a short list via text if they need a few small odds and ends. But the larger point is you need to read the room. And if you aren't comfortable with doing it, then don't. I mean, read the room is a good way to put it. You got to read the room in these situations. This one worked out for them and myself, though admittedly walking them through how to set up Cash App to send me the money is a bit challenging. Yeah, older elderly people, they're not going to understand how to do that. And lastly, these people said, I've done it before. The most recent one was old elderly lady who couldn't get around very well. So everybody who feels comfortable for some reason, every single person who in the comments are feeling comfortable. This just posted like literally an hour ago. So I'm right on top of this. This is the first time I've ever seen it. Everybody in the comments, they seem to feel comfortable when they're older or elderly. So is that only the times where you should feel comfortable by going into the house? Or is it the fact that these people paid for a service, no matter how old they are? They paid for a service. They paid extra to have you come into their home to deliver this. We should still feel comfortable doing so, right? You know what I mean? Like it shouldn't matter if they're older, elderly. If you see this pop up, that means that they paid extra. Just like on the catering ones, when you see this pop up for $3 for the setup, that means they paid extra for the setup. So I don't know, guys. It's another offer type to keep in mind when using DoorDash. This is fun. They're mixing things up. They're doing new things. Different markets are seeing different things in the other markets. I like it. I really do. Guys, if you accept these in-home deliveries, please be careful. Peace.
Timing, all about timing.